Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. God
Hi,
bless you all.
everybody.
Yeah. So good to see you all. I'm going to say hello to everybody, but I'm going to wait a few minutes, get some more folks here. I want you to see my tarot card tree if you haven't seen it. And I have laminated a lot of tarot cards and I have them up here.
You
And so,
made that. Wow.
yeah, you just laminate the cards and stick them on. They could also be bookmarks. I don't know. I'm thinking about selling them, but I thought, isn't it great? I could, if I didn't have a card, I could just pull one off the tree.
You're starting a new divination tool there. I love
Been
that
talking about
idea.
doing all these things, and she lives on the other side of on the East Coast, and so we've been talking about doing these things now for years actually because of COVID. We were gonna because we used to meet once a year. So anyway, so I'm coming up with some creative stuff. We're doing some fun stuff. So yeah, I'm glad to be able to have it. So yeah.
It is really
And
creative. I think a lot of people would love a tarot card for their tree this year, and their
yeah,
favorite one, the
sure.
archetype that they identify with, right?
Right, right. I ended up throwing away a few of them, like the swords that are in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Nobody wants, or the tower. Nobody wants that one. But yeah, I mean, we have to deal with it enough. We don't want to have to keep remembering about it. But yes, I spent the last week having a bunch of people come and look at my roof, and my husband wanted the metal roof because we're out here in the country, and if we're going to get one, we should get a metal roof. So I got one down under 20,000, and I have 10, and I got a loan for 10, and so we're going to start doing that real soon. So I'm excited because I didn't want to move. And then I'll work
Wow.
on the interior stuff as we go along. I'm going to start out by putting like a mold paint on it, and then we'll go from there. And if it has to be completely fixed at some point, we will. But we're going to close off the skylights because that's where the leak was coming from. So I'm pretty happy about it. I didn't think it was going to be possible.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
wouldn't have been
That's
possible without all the generous donations of these viewers. So honestly, I can't thank everybody enough. And I know everybody was wanting an update. I just didn't have that. I was still getting the really high bids. So, and I looked up the guy online, and he has really good reviews. So I don't feel scary. But I'm waiting till Friday to sign the papers because Mercury will be out of retrograde. You don't
that's
sign
a good
papers.
idea. And I would put him on your YouTube and say this guy's, tell him that
Yeah,
you'll advertise, put a sign up in the front yard and
yeah,
have them,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. All right, so I want to say hello to people. I thank you all in the chat for your kind words. Jean does tell people that we're on here on Facebook, so some of them come over from Facebook. We'd love to have you as part of our community here, and we thank you for coming. Facebook doesn't, we don't see the questions if we're here, so coming over here makes it better if you want to ask a question. But thank you all for being here too. We welcome you to the community. Jean, do you want to say anything about what's going on with you to
Mm.
this week? Yeah.
I have the Crone Zone conversations with the ancients, and I'm going to be live on their show later today at 3 p.m. Eastern, and is that 12 Pacific? I believe it
Correct.
is. Yeah.
Yep.
You
Yep.
I'm just a little confused with the time change. There's some of my clients say that their time doesn't change. Do you have
Arizona. Arizona. They never change their time, I think. Yeah.
okay? Well, somebody I thought somebody up in the Northeast said that there's something with the time zones
Oh,
that
really?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up
Okay.
and research it. But I do
Yeah.
know that Arizona stays the same all the time,
All the time. Yeah.
and that's yeah.
We
Mhm.
need to start doing that. And I think they're pushing for that legislation because, it really does get people all confused if you don't. And I used to think it was a 4 hour difference between coasts, but it's not. It's a 3 hour. And then you got your mountain and your central and your just goes on and on. So yeah, I understand. All right. So hi, Craig. It's good to see you. Snowflake, but Sue, butterfly kisses. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. Hello, Pandora. Thank you for coming. And Mr. Ron is here with his smiley faces.
It's
Hi,
funny
Jen.
that you call him Mr. Ron. There was a restaurant where when I was growing up in the neighborhood, it was called Mr. Ron's. And it's so funny how these names just throw you right back there. But
They
Ron
do.
Unconditional Love, he had
Yeah.
Terry Suzuki and
Oh,
Heather
and
on last
Jen.
night,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
they did a beautiful job together.
Oh, I'm so glad. They're just blossoming. I tell you, I'm just, and she's, Terry is going to take your place when you have a couple of Sundays off. So we got that all squared away. And we'll be back on our Thursday show. Mercury's going out, so we'll be ready. All right. Hi, Juno. I love Juno Sphere. I love that. That's a great new name, Juno.
I know. She's also skyrocketing. I remember when she said she felt like, what was it that she felt like she was moving a light speed or something like that? I forget what she
Hmm.
was, the
And she was on
terminology was.
Danny Shay's show. She was on Danny's show. So that was awesome. I know, with her little hands.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. She just went right into the flow, and her expertise and her reading the cards and her talking to the chat. It was just like she was a
Oh, that's
professional
so
doing
good.
it the whole time. She does it the whole time in the chat with us. And
Sure,
then
she
when she
does.
was
Yeah,
on with Danny, it was like she didn't skip a beat. She was just a pro. It was
that's,
very well done, and
that's
I was
great.
really happy
That's
for
great. Juno, I'm so happy for you. I'm glad you made the decision. You'll have to come on here or and on Jean's channel, I'm sure, and just, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, she said
So
warp nine. Warp nine was the terminology she used for her acceleration.
there you go. So what's happening with my friend Lori and I is we keep smelling things. We
Oh,
will be somewhere and it will smell like garlic, and then and I mean in the car or something. It's not like we're in a restaurant, or we'll smell alcohol, or we'll smell. It's very strange. So that's one of the Claires, I think. But
absolutely. There's
yeah,
somebody hanging out with you guys.
somebody hanging out.
Somebody
I hope they're
who
nice.
likes that you two are spending quality time with one another,
Yeah,
and you're raising your vibration because you're together and people are coming in close, whether
I
it's
think so.
her loved ones or your loved ones.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Isn't that cool? I thought it was. Yeah. Thanks, Jean. I agree with you. I think so. Hello, Pierrette and Chris. And let's see, who else is here? Plucky Heroine. Nice to see you as well. And who else? Beck. Beck, welcome. Sharon Saib. Uh, Dave Maud. Wow. I hope I got everybody. Oh, yes, Ron had a collab with Milu on Friday. So, yes, we'll have to check that out. That's awesome. Oh, you are? Juno's going to record with Joan on Wednesday. Very good.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at all these
Yay.
people. Look at all these people. Oh my goodness. And I'm
We
going to be
need
talking. Go
We need
ahead.
each and every one of you and more. So if anybody
Absolutely.
is on the fence, start sharpening up those skills because we need
Yep.
you. We
We
need
need you. Yep.
everybody.
Yep. You're being
Everybody
called.
on deck.
We've
Hmm.
we've been getting ready, and now we're ready, and it's time to jump. Yep. Carolyn, you've been getting smells. Okay. Wonderful. Coffee. Maybe you were anticipating it. I don't know, but anyway, that's a good smell. Mama Bear. All right. Oh yeah, you're going on with Kelly too, Juno. Oh my goodness.
Oh, good
Very
for
good.
you, Juno.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to ask for about eight questions. I've got two already, and we'll
We
get
can
going.
do mediumship questions would be messages from your loved ones or pets who have transitioned. I
Hmm.
think Terry and I were just on the other day and we had some really beautiful pets come through that I was able to just blend with their soul. And I felt like I was a little soul inside of this body. And the soul was saying, the pet was saying, I'm so happy. There's no problems. When you're a pet, there are no problems. You're just happy all the time, and the soul was like overjoyed, and that's why the Armenians have so much love. They're like, thank goodness
I know it's about
I'm
time you
not in
get
a.
really. It's about time you recognized. Yeah, Pandora, that's cool. And yes, you were sensing. You were reading that person. Yeah, that's great. I love orange. That's really good. Hi, Nancy. And hello, Dana, and hello, Snowflake. It's good to see you. Thank you all for being here. Wow. So I can take 2 more questions. I've got 6 questions. Yep. All right. What else have we got? I guess we can go ahead and start. How about that? Craig says someone hugged him in his sleep. Oh, Craig, I don't know. It wasn't Clara? Hi, Deb H. Deb H is coming on with me. She's getting her channel all squared away. Yeah. Juno. Yes, I did, Juno. Yep.
So, Craig, I just want to make sure that you have your boundaries set, that you are letting, or you have an understanding with the spirit world that they are allowed only when invited, and only if the highest love, light vibration of the, um, it's important for you to set your boundaries and to make these statements sort of maybe before you go to bed. And I sense no ill will against this. I'm just a little concerned that you don't know who it is. And it can be, if we're opening up and talking to our guides or something, we never know who we're opening up to. And sometimes, especially when we're asleep, we're just a little more vulnerable. And if we just make these statements, and what I also like is I've heard that we can say I'm always protected. I don't allow any spirits through without my permission first, and only spirits of the highest love, light vibration, today and every day, even when I forget to say it. So it covers you.
Yes, it sure does. It sure does.
So let me see if I can tune in to someone who hugged me in my sleep.
Craig, I get the Luna Moth here. This is a brand new cards that I got, and I like them. Dreamscape. It's Dreamscape Oracle, and of course you were sleeping. Let's see. Oh, other cultures say it's the lunar moth represents a person's soul as it leaves its body, no matter where you place it. It is a stunning specimen. It's time to heal, transform bad habits into good ones, and take healthy breaks from your obsessions to gain. And you know what? That resonates from what Jean said. If you're thinking too much about, let's say, your guides, it becomes anything like that. When you're overthinking it, can become an obsession. It can. I had an obsession for 3 years with Freddie Mercury, and I still love the man. I do, but it was like every day. I had to listen to his music. I had to think about it over and over, and nothing is. You have to balance. So that's the only thing I can say. I don't know who it was, but I bet it was Clara.
What I was picking up, Craig, is that it was a feminine energy that was sort of like a grandmother or mother energy. And I was not able to get a confirmation for sure, the name, or I just felt like it was a very loving and sort of like a compassionate mother type. It could have even been like Mother Mary. I mean, it could have been just the divine feminine, but I felt like a very motherly sort of compassionate, warm, loving kind of a hug. And yeah, typically though, they make us feel. So the physical sensation, but everybody's different.
Absolutely.
So,
and yes, Craig, you mentioned you are a Pisces rising and moon, and you would be doubly empathic because of that. I have a Pisces moon, and I'm very sensitive, but sensitive can be taken 2 ways. So anyway, yeah, just be careful of your energies. Pull back a little bit, or, oh yes, Dave, Freddie Mercury is just, for me, the best musician ever, ever, ever. And I know you're in England and that you love him too. So yeah, he was absolutely fabulous. Thanks so much. All right. Junosphere. What do the guides want to share about a new venture? Well, it's an adventure. Dana, can I ask you to please put up And Pandora, can you please put up names, first names of folks you'd like us to get in touch with? Thank you.
So what I'm hearing, Juno, is that they want you to share all the knowledge that you have learned, that is your knowledge, your experience, your take on it, your viewpoint, your understanding. They don't want you to sort of recite from a book, because books are only somebody else's opinion anyway, or somebody else's experience. It's very important that the guides want you to share your experience, your pathway, and the ups and the downs. All of this is part of your teachings and part of your um, gift that you have to share. It's part of you, not just what's out of a book.
Wow. Well, I pulled from some cards that I like that are energy cards, and the first one I got was you're going through currents of emotion and uncontrolled feelings. I mean, it's excitement. It's pushing forward very fast. Obviously, if you're being asked to go on different shows, and you may end up with some crazy feelings about it, but go with the flow, girl. That's what I get here. And you've got a personal guide. You've got a personal guide, a guardian angel right behind you, as well as the Archangel Raziel. And the Archangel Raziel is wisdom, inspiration, and Akashic records. So, yes, Jean is absolutely right. Follow the feeling you get in your own knowledge. It's more important than what the book says. And I think you do that anyway, but it's just a reminder. Just a reminder, because I even go back and think to myself, oh my goodness, you know, do I really know what I'm talking about? Or does this really, and it doesn't matter because somebody else may read it differently, but that's also true. So, what did you say? It took you 10 days to upload your first video. Yup. Right, Jean?
Oh my
Yup.
gosh, that technology will kick your butt every time, I'll tell
It
you.
will. It will. The only thing that saved me was being an online teacher.
Oh,
That's the only thing that saved me because I had to use Zoom and record in Zoom all the time. Anyway, Juno, we wish you well. We know you're going to do fine, and move into it, enjoy it, and eventually, when you're ready, you can show your face. But that's your choice. All right, there you go. Hi, Pirate. Okay, I saw between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. two circles, one white with white rays, one in an orange fade red. The second changed shapes. Ooh. Is this something you saw in your room, Pierrette, or did you look outside, or was it in a dream? I guess it probably doesn't matter.
I'm going to check with the pendulum on this.
Okay.
And
What are you going to ask? Because I got my cards.
were the shapes that Pierrette saw between 4 and 5 a.m. were the two circles that Pierrette saw ETs.
Hmm.
Not getting anything definitive. It's moving very slowly in all different. Oh, there you go. Good job, Allie. I love it when we do this. We're going to have a show just on the pendulum and Allie's cards, right? That is so good. I
Oh, it
loved
was
it.
outside. Okay.
I
Okay.
thought it was brilliant. Okay. All
You
right.
may have
So let
seen
me.
some fairy spirits or some angelic beings. Yeah.
All right, Allie. This is the Allie show. That's was my next question. And you're right. You are
Okay.
on fire. That's exactly what I thought the entire time I was asking the ET question. They were telling me angels, angels, angels. So let's see and you
Wow.
the words came right from my head into your out of your mouth. So let me were the shapes that Pierrette saw of the angelic realm. Were the shapes that Pierrette saw between 4 and 5 a.m. outside angelic? Were the shapes that Pierrette saw outside fairies? Do we know what the shapes were that Pierrette saw outside? Were the shapes did Pierrette see elementals outside of her window between 4 and 5 a.m.? Whoa, I'm getting movement on this. They're elementals. We said fairies, and fairies are, I thought, were elementals, but they're saying yes, they're elementals, and it's
I
going
got
pretty
angels.
strong.
I got angels when you first did it, for sure. It said, but what my feeling is that it's not ETs. It's from the spiritual realm. So all those things that you asked were that. So yeah, wow.
Yeah, other dimensional,
Yeah.
multi-dimensional beings.
So I'm
Mhm.
trying to think. Was there? So does that mean that Pierrette is connected to the elementals and the outside world more? I'm going to just ask that question. Answer is yes. Yeah.
That's so literal. Says it exactly.
These cards are fabulous. I used them with my mediums on Thursday, and Mark ended up getting them because he liked them so much. They're on Etsy. I don't remember the name of them, but I can find it and post it underneath if you're interested. But yeah, these are fun cards. They say funny things too. It's like, I have one in here that says like no doubt or absolutely not. They're just all yes and no's or unclears. Yeah. Yep.
That's really
Wow.
interesting. Yeah, please do that, Allie. I think a lot of
Okay.
us are interested.
Yeah. So Mama Bear saw a big bright light. Ah, okay. Awesome. Okay. I'll put that in if we can get to it, we will. Okay. But that's pretty neat. Yeah. All right. All right. You keep going outside. Apparently that's your place to be. And of course it's spring, so that's always nice. All right, Pandora. I do not have your loved
I
ones'
did
names. I
I
need some
did see
names.
something come
Oh,
through.
you did? Okay.
Uh,
All right.
I should have called it out to you,
That's
but I
okay.
saw
I
somebody.
looked, but hmm. Pandora, if you could give me the first name again, I'd appreciate it. All right, I'm coming
Oh,
here.
maybe it was Beck that I saw.
Oh,
It was
okay.
it was I saw somebody giving a name. I thought that was who you were asking. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell Jean that Craig, his mother was hugging him because he had a dream. Yeah. And that was, you said a female energy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Um, Kelly wants
Thanks,
to know,
Craig.
she loves your necklace. Is it a sun, Jean?
Who's asking?
Kelly.
Yep, it is. I'm not sure if you can see that it's a
Oh,
sun, and
yeah.
I'm pretty particular that it has a face on it. And this was yeah, it's just a little piece of metal. It's not
Okay.
actually gold, but it looks gold, so that's what
All right.
counts. No,
There you go. That's
and where you
right.
go? I'm
That's
kidding.
what counts. I have
It's
all these beautiful necklaces that look beautiful on screen, but they're real cheap jewelry, and it doesn't matter because it's what it looks like. It's kind of pretty. So, all right. So we got Pandora. Her grandmother's name is Christine, and uncle is Herman. Thank you so much. Hi,
all
Steph.
right.
Hi, Deb. I see all of you coming in. Thank you so much for being here, Barb. It's good to see you. All right. So we're working with do either of these people have a message for? And Dana, could you please give me your grandparents' first names? That would be nice. Thank you. All right.
I'm getting a little bit of energy, Pandora, from Christine, that she seemed to be a little prim and proper. And what I mean by that is she kind of like said, "Ooh, me?" Like, it just gave me the sense that she was always did the appropriate things, always said the appropriate things. Was and I, please let me know if I'm on the right track. Um, this was the feeling that I got when I reached out and connected with her. Let me just, Christine, do you have a message for Pandora? She wants you to be kind to yourself. She wants to dote on you as a grandmother would. Like, sit down, honey. Have a little cupcake, honey. Have a little cupcake. Do you want some, milk with that? Like, she just wants to dote on you. She just wants to treat you with tender, loving care, and she wants you to take care of yourself and be kind to yourself. She wants you to know that you are precious. You are precious to her, and you are precious because you are a beautiful soul in a human incarnation. And she wants you to be very kind to yourself.
So she says that she felt her grandmother was angry at her, but I'm not sensing that. And Jean certainly didn't, because over there, it's all love and all forgiving. And so even if someone is quote angry over here, that doesn't follow through usually, ever, that I've heard.
No, because there are human limitations. And once we cross over, we see a new perspective and understand from our life review how we affected people.
Yep.
And perhaps this is why she's showing you that she is doting on you, and that how important it is for you to be kind to yourself. And
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
no, they don't carry anger or resentment
Yeah.
or any type of feelings
Right.
like that to the
Or
other side with them.
retribution. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I get I get a powerful move. This is a chessboard, and look at the wings on it. So either you're making a powerful move or you need to make a powerful move, but that could just be um, in your thinking. So it doesn't have to be a physical move. I get the rose's kiss next, which is her kiss. That song, "There's a kiss on the rose." I got that in my mind when I was listening to it. But she says, "We're united, honey. We're united. You and I. We are in union. So I am with you. I'm not angry with you. I'm feeling like, especially with the rose's kiss, that she's giving you a gentle, uh, loving kiss, and feels like, she's probably become one of your angels. I don't know. That can happen too. So,
Well, Pandora said, I really thought she was annoyed because I always ask her for help. But they want us to. They want us to ask. And they want us to say, my guides, my angels, my loved ones, I need help with this. Please guide me. It's okay to ask. It's okay to listen for guidance.
uh-huh.
But make sure that you realize it's your ultimate decision. And they can only give you suggestions and give you encouragement,
Mhm.
and but you don't want to use them as a crutch, like say, well, I can't do this because my mom didn't say I can, or I didn't get approval from my spirit guide, so I'm not going to do this. Ultimately, the decision is yours. This is your human life to make that determination, but it's
Mhm.
our guides and our angels especially cannot come in and help us they without our permission. So if we invite them and say, I'm open to your guidance, I'm open to your suggestions, please help me and guide
Mhm.
me. And
Yeah.
yeah.
It could be that she thought she was annoyed in before she passed because she was asking for help too. And
Oh,
when I pulled a card, I got confirmed. So I don't believe she's annoyed. I believe what Jean has said is actually confirmed, that she's on that side. And you know what? If she didn't set the boundary that you could come, she would have not helped you, or you wouldn't have felt like you could go to her for help. Sometimes we have to say, "You never seem to get help." Okay, that's why I thought she's annoyed and doesn't. No, she's not annoyed with you. Not at all, sweetie. She adores you, and she's in union with you and your thoughts. But yes, it could appear, especially when older people. I'm sorry, we get cranky. Sometimes we and But I really firmly believe that she's delighted and will still help you if you ask her to. Yep. Hi, Zine. Hi, Zena's place, Lisa. It's good to see you. Ooh, a strawberry festival. Ooh, I'm hungry for strawberries now. Thank you for your question, Pandora.
Yeah.
Did you get Herman coming through or no?
No, I was just
Herman
going
didn't.
for Christine.
Just
There
going
was,
for
yeah.
Christine?
Hmm.
Okay. Maybe
Yeah,
next
because they're
time.
on either side of me. So I would have to,
I get you.
yeah.
I get you. Yep. So next time, maybe come back and ask about Herman, and we'll see if
Right.
we can talk to him. Thank you for the question, Pandora. All right, Dana, Dana? I need your grandparents' first names. If you can give me that, I will go back to your question. All right, Snowflake. What blessings are coming for Snowflake? Ooh wee.
I
That's a
love the way you pose that question.
I
What
know,
blessings?
because you live in that expectation or in that
Absolutely.
energy. Yeah.
Right. I see Dana responded, Allie, at 1:31 or 10:31 your time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just so you have it
Oh, Grandma.
for the next
Okay.
one.
I'll highlight it. Thank you.
Okay. Hmm.
Thank you, Dana.
Snowflake. Blessings for Snowflake.
Thanks, Deb. I needed that.
I see you laughing, Snowflake. I see you laughing. Something's going to tickle your funny bone. Something's going to be hilarious to you. And you're going to have like a really big sort of belly laugh. And your eyes are going to water. And so something is going to happen. And it's just going to, and it's um, it's sort of like a cleansing kind of a laugh. You'll feel better. Like you'll feel like your endorphins have changed and something has changed. I'm not sure if you're feeling weighed down or sort of under pressure and kind of doing what you're supposed to do and following guidelines. And then all of a sudden something will happen and you'll erupt in laughter and sort of like kind of let go of all of that restriction and all of that sort of tight kind of feeling. I feel like you're just going to open up and have this really beautiful cleansing laugh. That's what they're telling me. And hopefully,
Great.
oh, that's
Yeah, we all could use it. I've done nothing but laugh since my friend's been here because I don't have people in person around me a lot. And we just bring up all this crazy shit and we listen to old stuff and watch old Saturday Night Live clips. So just find a way because laughter's so important. Absolutely. Yeah. So Snowflake, you have had or you're coming up on a beautiful uncaging. Your heart center is opening. You have the key. There is a key here to this lock, and you will be opening it up, or you are opening it up, and that brings your heart chakra out. The other thing is your feet are touching the ground. You have earth magic here. So your heart and your root chakras are connecting. So for me, that's wonderful because that's balance. You don't want to be all in your heart and head. You also have to have your feet on the ground, and it looks like you do. For an inner child healing. All of us need this. We don't realize we carry the tapes from our wounds that we've had. And I'm not saying that people even intentionally wound us. It's just that they're there. And when we can clear out those wounds, we feel so much better. And laughter is one way of doing it. It really is. Laughter to me is a spiritual practice. They actually even have laughter yoga. Did you know that? Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen that. That's
Yeah. I know.
amazing. They stand in a circle and they stand
They
and
just,
they laugh and their
yeah,
bellies and they laugh and it's like an exercise. But man, can you imagine being part of that? That would be
I know. Because first you have to laugh like ha ha ha, and you're really not laughing, but eventually you get to really laughing. Yeah, I know. I was watching the Johnny Depp trial. There was a guy that was sitting in the audience the other day. Something tickled him. I don't know what it was, but he was and he had to get up and leave because he was laughing. I wish I knew what he was laughing at because, Oh my
Oh,
God. Yes, it
I
does
know.
massage the journals. Yep. Go ahead,
It
Jean.
always happens when you have to be quiet or when you're in church or when you're like,
Yeah. Yep.
doing, and you just get this tickle. And there are spirit guides that come and tickle your funny bone. There are
They
spirit
do.
guides that do things that spontaneously make you laugh. And you can invite this in and you can say, spirit guides make me laugh today. Show me something funny,
And that happened
Yeah.
last week. Remember when somebody came in, somebody's father or uncle or somebody came in and said something, and you were saying, I don't know, but it was really fun.
Was that the one with the plumber's crack or something?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I can't. Oh, yes, the plumber's crack. Yeah,
And
yeah.
you said, don't do crack or something.
Say no to crack. Yeah.
Something like this that will
Something like
just
that.
set you
Yeah.
off. Um,
Yeah.
and somebody else last week, if you don't mind me bringing it up, Allie,
No, it's
and I was,
fine. Yeah.
somebody else made a comment last week that I didn't see that they had asked us about some basketball game that they wanted to know if they
Oh,
would finish the series, and I did it. I'm like entertainment purposes only, and he jumped in at the end of the show. It was, I can't remember, it was last week, and he said, just to let you know, they won the series, like my pendulum said. But believe me,
yeah. Yeah.
there's no
I know.
way.
I think I'll take you to
But
Las Vegas with me. Let's go.
no, the
Bring
guys
your
will shut it
pendulum.
off. They'll
Bring your
shut it
pendulum.
off. Yeah.
They will, I know. Yeah, you got to do it for only good purpose. I know. I'm just kidding. That's okay. All
Yeah.
right.
But it was funny that he
It
came back
was.
and told us. Hmm.
I'm glad he did. I'm glad he
Hmm.
did. All right. So this is Dana wondering about her grandparents. Grandma Raina, I guess, or Raya. I'm sorry, Raya, and Grandpa Naftali. I hope I'm not butchering the names, but we've
All
got
right,
them in front
Dana.
of us. So.
So they're showing me something is unusual for me. They're showing me like a terrain, like a mountainous terrain. And I'm getting the sense that something about the motherland or the land where they come from. And not sure if they're encouraging you to either learn about it or they're reminding you about it or how important um, it is to remember sort of your ancestors and the way that they paved the way for you to be here today in this existence. They want to acknowledge the part that they played in order for you to be in this incarnation here today and to remember
Mm.
where they came from. They have a lot of love there. I don't know why I'm seeing this mountainous area and this other land. They're showing me a different land than what I'm used to seeing here in the US. I'm not sure where it is. Just seems like it's let me just see. What do you want to let Dana know? What is the message with this?
She's from Israel.
Sorry.
She's from Israel. Yeah, that's all right.
They're just really proud. They want you to be proud. They want you to remember this and to conduct yourself with respect. Ooh, they were a little strict. because of what they had to go through and where they came from and what they've seen and lived through in their lives, um, they were probably a little harder on you and your parents uh, to live up to a certain, not an ethic code, but a certain responsibility, because they understand how fragile the human uh, soul is. They're just bringing this up. It's not
So
anything quite.
Dana's from Israel. That's where you're getting that connection. Wow. Yeah. And that would be a different way of living. Definitely. Wow. So Dana, I get they're sending you heart, which a golden heart, which of course is emotions, and their heart is always with you, and they want you to remember that, and also an anchor. And an anchor is our family, our beliefs, our safety, serenity, how we live, and they have unwavering dedication to the family that you are part of. The last one I get is microphone, which sounds funny, but it's about communication. They're ready to communicate with you if you listen. They're there and available to you. They also say that maybe perhaps you are wanting to be heard, or you have some kind of a need to be heard, and it's available to you. But they are also available to you to guide you if that's what you want. They won't interfere. If that's not, in this life we interfere. Oh, give advice, whatever. Not on the other side. On the other side, you have to ask, for your angels, for your guides, for your ancestors, you have to ask to please help me, and they will come and do what they can if you do that, but you have to give them permission. So thank you. Thanks, Dana. That's fabulous. Okay. All right, we got people from all over the place. That's awesome. All right, we got that one. Plucky Heroine. What message does my mom Marguerite have for her?
Hi, Plucky Heroine. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
So she's giving me some messages, and I'm asking her to drill down and be more. I need information that you can validate that it's her we're speaking with, because she's saying that she loves you. She's saying thank you for taking care of her. She's saying that she wants you to remember her when she was spry and not ill, and she wants you to. She's showing me something about a black dog, a dog with sort of maybe like black and tan or more black. Not sure, but she's. I'm not. Let me ask again for her, just to feel in her soul what message you want for Plunky Heroine. Pluck. I always put an N in there. Plucky Heroine. What is the message, Marguerite, that you would like to share with her? She's proud of you. She's saying it's not easy. She's saying there's times that, like a roller coaster in life, and the time that she was having kids and getting married seemed to be a little bit less chaotic than it is now with the information age coming in. And she's just proud of you for your strength and your integrity. Wow.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, when Jean brought up the dogs, or the dog, the black dog, I pulled animal totems. So it's very possible that it says here animal energy and power. Perhaps you need to tap more into some of that, because we all have also animal guides, and perhaps there are some awaiting you to be cognizant that they're there with you. And perhaps Jean saw the dog, and that doesn't mean you'll get one, but I get all these different kinds of animals, because excuse me, animal totems can be any kind. But I also noticed that Juno read Spirit Has a Plan. Pulled a card, Spirit Has a Plan, and I got conscious steps. You need to be making considered action, looking forward, and making conscious steps. Now, she said her mom died suddenly, but she took care of her dad before he died. And also, there's something else that was said here, I think. Cats, my cats would eat any dog. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And I got this one, Dazed and Confused. And it could be that when mom got over there, she was confused and surprised that she was there. I don't know, but you said she died suddenly. And my mother died suddenly. And she came to me a couple nights later because I had brought all of her clothes down to the local Goodwill or whatever. And she told me she was disgusted with me and asked me why I gave her clothes away, because she was coming back. And so I think she really didn't know she was dead. And so I'm guessing that that's what mom might have been on that side. But anyway, that's just my feeling. But I think animals, if you've got cats or your dogs or whatever, then you've got animal totems all around you. Those are the, those are the little guides that you have that are there to help. All right. Dave Maud, I'm glad you're getting some information here. You are opening up a lot, and thanks for your sharing, for your thing. Yeah, appreciate it. And yes, I think that when you sit with groups of like mind and you hear messages, you don't always get to have your question answered because there's not enough time or whatever. But sometimes someone else's message can help you just as much. So there you go.
It helps all of us just to gain perspective, and take somebody else's situation into consideration as to how we would handle it or how that would affect us. And it just helps. It's a growing opportunity.
And the deja vu thing was mentioned. And of course, it's thinking you've gone through this before or whatever. And you probably have. You probably have gone through all this before. It's amazing, but it's part of your growth. So, all right. Any messages from her beloved Carl, aka Cool Cat, I'm guessing. What's his name? Awesome. Thanks, Craig Dixon. Thank you so much, dear. You're welcome, Plucky Heroine. Thank you for your question.
So I'm assuming that the cat is crossed. Is that what you would assume, Aley?
Carl?
Just because her beloved Carl, right? Yeah. She's not saying what is he thinking. She just wants a message from the cat on the
but
other
I'm
side.
not. No, I think that Jill, tell me if I'm wrong. I think Carl is her husband, or was her husband.
But it says cool cat.
It does say cool cat, but I'm wondering if that
beloved
was like
is her husband. Okay.
I'm guessing, Jill. I'm maybe wrong. I don't. Yeah. So, but it says cool cat. Yeah, I know. But you know what? Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, her husband was called Turtle. So I don't know. If you're here, Jill, why don't we move on to the next one, and then we can ask Jill to let us know for sure if it's a cat or if it's her husband. And I hope it isn't your husband, but I'm going to move on and I'll come back to it. So Beck wants to know, does her dad Kenny have a message?
All right. Thanks, Beck.
I took her out because she was making all kinds of noise.
So Kenny is showing me that he's in the stars. He's up in the stars, up in the universe, and he's an amazing energy. And I'm asking him to come back down and to provide a message. And he's just showing me that he's really, really great. He's experiencing what the universe has available to him. And he's just wants to share his experience with you. And this is not very typical that he took me right up into the stars. He must have been he has sort of like an adventurous spirit, or not a childlike spirit, but like sort of like no fear, sort of he would be willing to try anything once, and always encouraged you to do the same. Sort of like he didn't live by any rules. He didn't follow the straight and narrow path. He took a walk on the wild side, and he's just taken advantage of his opportunity out there in the universe. He's saying the world is vast. There is endless opportunities, and he just wants you to take a look at the big picture and to not limit yourself. That there are no limits. There are no limits to what you can do. He wants you to open up your perspective. He wants you to open up and take a step outside of your comfort zone. He's showing me this is what he's doing. And he did show me that you guys were very close. I thought that was a given because of the question, but he did show me that you two were very close, and you almost felt like maybe he was within your soul family. Like he was more than a father to you. He was like a friend and a confidant and a funny guy, and he just understood you. It seemed like you two had a close, beautiful relationship because he was so adventurous and not very strict. And I hope that's wow. Wow.
Awesome. Yeah. And she's crying. She's poor Beck. She's crying. But yes, I know how hard it is to lose your dad or your mom, anybody really, but yeah. Okay. I got the hammer first, and the hammer is working things out, building something new, or hard work, as you well know, if you are use tools. You also have the apple, which is your quest for knowledge and risk and renewal. And he's saying you're working on all these things. But he said also, wait a bit, take a break, sit down in a chair, make sure it's a good comfy chair, and hold back a little bit and just spend some time in contemplation. And maybe eventually you can also hear him, and you will be able to feel that connection. But if you're already getting energy from him, then you already are connected to him. And maybe you won't hear him, maybe you'll smell, maybe you'll have some other situation because my smell has come up now for the last few days, and I tended to smell my dad's pipe tobacco, even though he stopped smoking many years before he passed. But it was that pipe tobacco that I knew was him. So,
And
yeah.
thank you for the quick validation, Beck. It really is very helpful. And I was a little hesitant. I don't know if you could see, I was very quiet for a little long. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing in the stars? What is this? It's very unusual that spirit guides, especially loved ones that you're asking for a message, would take me to the stars. And I love that she says she's obsessed with her spiritual growth. And you're in the right place. You're on the right channel. We all are very
We
obsessed with
are.
spiritual growth.
Yeah. And
We
we're here to
feel this.
support each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad you do hear him, even though it may not be as much auditory. But yes, you can hear in other ways. I get a lot of songs sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in dreams. It's really awesome as well.
You're brilliant, Aley. Your mind.
You're
I would just
silly.
like to spend one day in your mind.
Oh dear. Might be scary. All right. So, okay. Thank you, Beck. And
You're welcome back. Thanks for being
yeah,
here.
yes, thank you so much. So Carl was Jill's partner. They never married, but last time you read, he said to you that he was a cool cat.
Oh, okay.
You came out
Oh,
with that and
okay.
you're like, why
Yeah.
would I say that? Yeah, because you're in that
I
other zone, So
right,
yeah,
right.
right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's check with Carl for Jill. Message for Carl. Message from Carl for Jill. Message from Carl. He's holding you in his arms. He's right beside you. He's not leaving your energy. He's watching over you. He's almost like running in front and opening the door for you. Like he's hanging, like I kind of feel like my guides side kind of like float right behind me as I'm going through life. They kind of sort of like sit in the back seat of the car or floating right up here. And so he would like run ahead from behind you and open the door for you. He's almost like paving the way, making your journey a little smoother, a little easier, a little more magical. And he's sending you signs and synchronicities, whether it's dimes or whether it's like 4-leaf clovers, or if you see like a ladybug or a butterfly, whatever it is that makes you think of him or remind you of a memory that you two shared. This is what he's doing. He's kind of like floating and all around your energy and kind of paving the way for you and clearing the path for you. He's he does have his he does seem like he has very strong arms, and he's wrapped these arms around you and blanketing you with his love, and he wants you to feel loved. That he hasn't stopped loving you. He hasn't stopped, and he's loving living through you vicariously. He's watching and he's happy. He's
Wow.
happy.
Oh, she said she asked him for signs. He is such a joy. He was such a joy, or is a joy. Ooh, I got the elementals. They're coming out today. It's spring. They're like, wow, it's time to get out there. And I don't know. When you go outside, keep your eyes out for some of the elementals and what they're willing to tell you. The other day, I had some crows fighting over something, and I just watched it for a long time because I had a feeling it was a message, and it's been back and forth for me with all of this roof stuff, so I got that message. But so spirit of gratitude is important always for all of us. Look at the lotus, so beautiful, with a cup of tea or whatever it is here. No, that's the Buddha. I'm sorry, you can't really see it, but it's a
Mm.
person with their ear. Also, Carla's saying, work on your self-worth. You know you're valuable. You know how much I loved you. Love yourself as much as I showed you love. Because I'm not there, but I'm still loving you from over here. I just want you to remember that and think of yourself as being an important person and worth whatever it is that you're hoping for. Okay, Jill. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you're happy. Sending you lots of love. It's always I can't imagine it's hard to lose the love of your life like that. I'm sorry, but he's with you. He is with you. Yep. Oh wow. I want to say that I had put in the chat thanks to all the veterans and all those who gave their life in the name of the United
Memorial
States.
Day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Memorial Day. And Carol Lamb says her dad's close to her today. He was a World War II POW.
Oh, wow.
And thank him for his service. I realize he's probably on the other side, but everyone that I just want to make sure that I mention that because it is Memorial Day weekend. So, and be careful out there if you're going places. Debbie Kane, Sweet Deb wonders if we have a message from an angel or a guide. Nancy Jean gave her a name of Frances. Ooh.
Thanks, Debbie Kane.
Yeah. And Carolyn, we will do yours question last. So. Thanks, everybody. It's a little bit quieter here, but I think people are away for the weekend. But all of you here. Oh, Craig, thank you. Yes. My brother was a veteran. My father was a veteran.
So I'm getting the sense, I was asking for angel or guide. I wasn't specifically asking for Francis. However, I'm picking up the energy of an angel or guide that is very sisterly in the fact that, in the sense that sort of your partners in crime, somebody who goes along with you everywhere you go and is there listening to your thoughts and your worries and your concerns and your excitement and it's sort of like pals and sort of like a best friend that you can depend on. They're always right there beside you. This is the energy that I'm feeling. And then I got the sense that this was Francis, that this was the type of angel. We think of angel as being, angelic, higher vibrational, dimensional beings and, angels singing chorus. But this one seems very down to earth, very right beside you, very, backing you up and supporting you and listening to you all the way. Seems very, I can't describe it. I hope that makes sense, that she seems like your best friend, seems like a pal, seems like somebody who's like right beside you and not like an angelic kind of a sense. Does that make sense?
Deb, are you still here? Does it? Let us know. Let us know if that makes sense, please. Oh, Aaliyah. It's Aaliyah, she says. I'm sorry. Is it Aaliyah?
What is
I'm guessing that's a female energy, that either a friend or somebody that she knew. I'm gonna pull
I was getting that you have somebody who's beside you, and I was getting that it was, when I was asking for a message of angels or guides, it didn't come in that higher dimensional type of energy. It came in with an energy that was right beside you. And what I was getting is that it could have been Francis. So if whatever you're feeling, Deb, I would go with that. If you feel those cards, Aley, you're the best. And it could have been, if this is what you're feeling, Deb, if you know somebody who's like this, who was your best friend, is on the other side or something like this, go with what you feel. It's hard for me to know all the ins and outs with just one question for 5 minutes. But yeah, that's interesting, that it's a beautiful, loving energy. And she listens to all your thoughts and she's right there for you. And she's sort of like coaching you through, you can do it, or, don't let them bother you, or whatever it is. They're just on your side, and it's very close to you. and it's
Wow. She's been around for a few years. Thanks, Dave Maud. You're sweet. Yeah, she showed up years ago. So I get here a grand symphony, and it's just life is a grand symphony, and there's a merry motive behind it. This woman or person or whatever it is, wanting to bring you up, wanting to bring your energy up, and staying in tune. And this brings you a new perspective, Deb. So we're never too old to get a new perspective on something. So that's very interesting. I got this. Yeah. And the cards say that's probably her.
So Aley, do you mind me asking, do we know Debbie Kane, or does she just look familiar?
Deb was in my dream. She was in my dream class. Yeah.
I know you, Deb. I'm like, damn, she looks familiar. Excuse me. I didn't mean to curse. Deb, girlfriend, you should have said, it's me, Jean. It's me. I'm like, I feel familiar.
Deb. That's right. Yeah. You know her.
Oh, good. Yep. Good.
All
right. I'm like, Aley, do we know her?
Do we know her? Talking about deja vu, right?
Sorry, guys. Now I'm crying. Oh, gosh.
No worries.
That's funny.
Okay. So Carolyn Adams wonders if she can have a message from her grandfather, Kurt W.
Hi, Carolyn. He's yeah. What is the message for Carolyn? He's saying that you you make him proud in the sense that he taught you well, and that you follow. You've used your intellect to, even though things may have been, you may have faced opposition and may have faced delay, you still continued forward, and you kind of traveled over top of the mountains. Like there was mountains that either caused you delays or caused you extra effort, but nothing kind of stood in your way. And he's really impressed with your tenacity and your drive and your persistence, and that this makes him proud. This is something that he feels he gave to you.
Oh,
he's like.
She got that from me.
You get that from me. Sounds like something a grandfather would say.
Oh,
and
so
but he's
sweet. Yeah.
Oh gosh. What was the other thing he was saying? He's just saying that and this is something that I do know about you. That's why I didn't say it first. But he's saying he's glad that you got to know him, even if it was you got to know him a little bit better after he passed because of the research that you do, and that he's glad that you guys were able to get closer even after he passed. You were still able to connect with him in that way.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
That's funny.
And I know the genealogy thing because I've found so many people and learned so many things about people I never knew anything. My mother didn't even know about, so it's nice. So yes, you are actually surrounded by ascended masters, and they are spirits with specific intentions. You have them surrounding you, as well as Archangel, and you said it last week, Jean, I think Raguel, who is the justice, harmony, and solution person. So you've got all these beautiful people standing behind, spirits standing behind you and encouraging you. And your grandfather says, I'm there too, but they're all there. They're kind of more important than me. But, but I love this one. I pulled this one, Cupcake.
Oh.
And it says, indulgence, personal satisfaction, and treat yourself to the sweet things in life. And I think that you have begun to do that with your traveling and so on and so forth. But he's happy that you're doing it. It's like, what is it? If I knew I was going to die young, I'd have eaten more cake or whatever. whatever. I would have died a fatter person. But anyway, yeah. Lots of love from your grandpa.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
she said he died before she was born, but she got to know him through her parents. That's great.
Oh, that's fabulous. That's wonderful. I'm glad to know that. Hi, Epiphany Noel. It's good to see you. We're coming to the end here, but we've got 2 more questions. When Carol brought up that her father was a veteran that she talks to, she's wondering if Robert, has any information about the trust. That's what she said. So,
like
I'm thinking it's a trust, not like a trust issue, but like a legal thing.
Maybe it's better if we talk in private, Carol. I'm not sure that I'm not really I just don't want to reveal anything that may be private, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know,
She said she'll give it a try. Oh, no, that's Epiphany. I'm sorry. Yes, it's a legal thing. Probably a good idea. You have her email, do you, Carol? Hopefully, so you can contact her. Okay. There are some things Spirit doesn't want us to talk about on here, so it's okay.
And yeah, it's just private, and yeah.
That's all right. If that's what you're getting, then that's what we need to go with. So, yep. Chris just wants a message from her guides today. Hi, Chris. We got you at the end here, but it's 11:11 right now. So, 1:11. Sorry, 1:11 here. We've been on for 1 hour and 11 minutes.
That's right.
That's what it is.
All right, Chris. Need to really tune into your energy because of the
I got some good messages.
I'm getting that your guides want you to sort of, it's very similar to what Aley just said. And Aley, you may have said this as a premonition, because before this question, they're showing me that they want you to enjoy the fruits of your labor now. They don't want you to save the china dishes for a special occasion. They want you to use them now. They don't want you to save for a rainy day. They want you to take half of it and enjoy your life now. Don't just it's not all work and no play. They want you to incorporate and enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed. It's not just meant to work and pay bills and hold on. It's even if it's the simple things, even if you just go to pack yourself a lunch and go to the park and sit on the grass and enjoy yourself. Something as simple as that. It doesn't need to be anything elaborate or financial. It's just they want you to enjoy the fruits of your labor now. It's supposed to be a work-life balance is the message of the day. That was it. So hopefully that means something to you.
Well, first thing I got for you, Chris, was great big love coming from your guides. Look at this. They're surrounding you with beauty and love and just gorgeous energy. The next thing I get is, into me, I see. they want you to spend a little more time thinking or going inside, being more internal than external. Spend some time, people always say, oh, meditate or whatever. That's fine. But whatever it is that works for you is what's important. If that means sitting under a tree for a while or whatever else, then that would be important. And because it was going to help you open up. Look at that. They want you to open up. You're primed. All of us are getting primed. You're primed. You're ready. And everybody's got a different gift. So it doesn't have to look a certain way. I always thought for years and years it had to be a certain way. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It doesn't. It could be something completely new. So fabulous. You're welcome. All right. So I have to show you this. It's a validation gene.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
I know. Yeah.
She was singing it to herself.
She was singing it to herself. Yep. Isn't that awesome? And also, she said her grandfather was really low ego, so he would defer to the ascended masters. I think he's really impressed that, not that they aren't there for us, but to have the amount that's around you is pretty cool. So, wow. All right. Oh, thanks, Dave. Now I'm going to cry because that's Freddie's last song. Thank you.
Aww.
Thank you. Oh, you've been cooped up in the house, Chris, since COVID, and it's time to play. Absolutely.
Aww.
It's time to play. Wonderful questions here today. Wonderful energies coming through. Great reading, Jean. So nice. And I love it when people come back and ask you to look at somebody else again, and you can bring that energy back in and just give them a little bit of a hug, yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Jean and I will be back next Sunday, and Jean's going to be on the Crone Zone in another hour with those nice ladies, if you want to go there.
For conversational about metaphysical and spiritual concepts and conversation. So information and things. I'm not doing readings. No.
But, and got lots of wisdom. Yeah.
But I think we had an amazing group here today, Aley. I think that everybody was very loving, high vibrational, and kind and gentle. I just felt this very warm kind of comfort around us. And I really appreciate everybody being here and asking your questions and being so supportive to each other in the chat. I was watching it as it was going past, and believe me, I want to say hi to you guys and shout out, and I want to stay.
We'd be spending all our time saying hello to everybody. Yeah, I know, but we really do. If we didn't shout out to you, we really do appreciate you here, and we did recognize you came, and we thank you so much, always.
Yeah, and thank you, Aley.
Okay, thanks, Jean. Everybody, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and much love to all those veterans. Hi, Tammy. Come back next week or rewatch, please. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.